What's up, everybody? Welcome to a special edition of N&R Analysis with just me, Nate. Ryan's occupied this week, and I wanted to take the opportunity to do an episode myself. Reason being, I saw some cool statistics today, and I wanted to discuss those and give an NBA update more than anything else. So I'll get into that in a second. First, though, I do want to specifically shout out Donovan Mitchell. I know it's not a Cleveland jersey, but my man Donovan scored 71 points this week, had 8 rebounds and 11 assists in a game. He scored 71 points. He scored or assisted on 99 points, and that is the most since Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. And Wilt Chamberlain had 2 assists, so technically he had assisted or scored on 104 points. So Donovan becomes only the 7th player in NBA history to score 70+, which I think the biggest thing that I want to say here is I'm happy for him. I'm glad that he is excelling and exceeding expectations in Cleveland, and that he's doing a good job there. I'm sad as a Jazz fan that he's gone, but at the same time, honestly, who's to say he would be doing this good if he was in Utah? So, fantastic job, Donovan Mitchell. Shot 22 out of 34 in that game, so fantastic. Okay, so really what I wanted to get into and what I'll put up on the screen while I'm editing here is steals, points, rebounds, and blocks, and who's the leaders in those per game, and also just in total. Where they're going to break down and names will vary a little bit different is basically in the fact that some teams have played more games than others. So there's like people that fall into other spots. So leading the way at 2.2 steals per game, and he's got a total of 71 on the season, is OG Anunoby. Followed by him in steals is Anthony Edwards. He has 68. From the 76ers, DeAnthony Melton has 67. Tyrese Halliburton has 63, and Luka Doncic has 60. So breaking that down per game, you've got 2.2 steals per game for OG Anunoby, 2 for Anthony Edwards, 1.8 for DeAnthony Melton, and then Halliburton has 1.8 as well, but they have different amounts, and the reason being is just because they've played a different number of games. And then Luka has 1.7 steals per game, which, considering what he's doing, is insane. So there's that. Points per game. Luka took the lead. He now leads the way. He's over the top of Embiid. He's got 34.3 points per game, which is insane. Embiid is following him with 33.5. Giannis has 32.1 points per game. Tatum has 30.9. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has 30.8. It's a tight race for that one. If we're going off just total points, and again, this is kind of where it differs depending on how many games they've played and things. Luka has 1,201 points. And Tatum, that was in the 4th spot on that previous statistic, is actually number 2 on total points. He has 1,080. So Luka is 121 technically points ahead of anybody. Insane. Moving on to rebounds, you get Domantas Sabonis, who currently has 420. Zubats from the Clippers, who has 400. Nikola Vucevic, who has 387. Julius Randle with 376. And Rudy Gobert with 373 on the season. This one is quite a bit different. There's names that fall into there just because of different teams playing more games. Sabonis still leads the way with 12.4 rebounds per game, which averaging above 10 is incredible. Clint Capella has 11.9, Giannis has 11.8. Then you get Gobert, who falls to 4th And he's got 11.7, and then Steven Adams follows him up with 11.2. Blocks per game. Now this is interesting because there's quite a gap between 2 and 3. You've got Brook Lopez from the Milwaukee Bucks, averaging 2.6 blocks per game. Nick Claxton from the Brooklyn Nets with 2.5, and Miles Turner with 2.1 blocks per game. And then you get the Jazz man rookie Walker Kessler with 1.8, and Mitchell Robinson with 1.8 also. The numbers, Lopez has 90, Nick Claxton has 85, and then it goes all the way down to 68, Miles Turner. Walker Kessler, 66, and Jaren Jackson, 63. So, my thoughts on this, I just think that the rules have changed a lot in the NBA in the past couple of years. It's almost made it easier to do particular things like points per game. You're not able to guard players like you used to. And then fouls have played a big part in all of this. It's been interesting to watch the season to see how things are different. And honestly, I'm glad that all of you are following along. Hopefully this gives you an update of who leads the way right now. And let me know what I can do to make N&R Analysis more entertaining moving forward. Thanks. See you next week.